Hey everybody, this is the Green NRG Dragon from the LEGO Ninjago series for summer 2016. And with this, I feel like Ninjago dragons have finally truly come of age. You see, to me, this is LEGO. This is not LEGO. It's cool and all, but if I want a LEGO dragon, I want a LEGO dragon, something that I can actually build. And this has an interesting build to it with some interesting pieces used. That large Chima claw piece or claw weapon piece, remolded in black here. You've got the hinged lower jaw. There's a white stud inside of there to give it a little bit of brightness behind the trans orange kind of tooth piece that's used there. This is very nice. It's a steer horn remolded into a plain regular green. This is a trans bright green elements back here. Just a lot of nice stuff. You know, it's clever. Here's another steer horn. This one's done in just the standard white. It's good. It's a little bit on the thin side. I wish they'd have a little bit more bulk, but it seems pretty appropriate. And of course, you can articulate the neck. I like being able to twist it like this. You're not always able to twist necks on LEGO beast builds. You can, kind of rear it up a little bit, get a lot of different poses out of that neck because it has a ball joint here in the center, so you can really rotate that around. It really looks and feels kind of alive like that. And there's also a ball joint down at the base, so you can bring this up and down. You can also curve it over to the side, move the reins out of the way just a little bit. You can really get that to turn and twist like you expect from a dragon that's truly elegant and has a long neck, and it's agile, so you can just imagine this thing properly flowing through the air as it goes from point to point. Very interesting use of big fig arms here with no hands attached to them. They just use those pieces just to add in some muscular shoulder bulk to the whole thing. Nice studs on the side construction for the tier of forward chest plates or chest scales done in gold there. And with it like this, you can see another nice kind of a pose of it that makes a lot of sense for it to be reared up. It's kind of resting on its tail. And here you can see that the wings are very cool from the underside. They're actually gold, kind of gold leaf plated. Maybe it looks a little bit yellowish here, but if I do like that, now you can see just how much of a chrome nature, how metallic that is from the underside. That is very cool. And with these wings, you can actually spread them apart. It's made of cloth, not plastic. It's probably a plastic-based cloth, but it's got some flexibility, so you can actually bring the digits of the wing together, and it actually properly folds up. It makes it feel more organic than ever. And even looking at this underside here, which is not the camera-friendly side of it, if you will, it still looks really nice. They haven't used a lot of different colors for the bone structure there. If you look at it from the top, it looks relatively plain. It does have nice dragon scale, as a look to it, but it's mostly when the light is behind there that you see some of that coming through, but it's printed on both sides, and I like the tips that they did in the green there as well. These look good and they work well, and the creases that form up aren't too sharp, so when you bring it back out, it doesn't stay all crinkled up. Doesn't that just look glorious? I think it looks glorious. Plenty of articulation with the legs, so you can have it coming way down forward to the ground. Whoops, more like that. It's a little bit balanced there. It does have a good amount of weight to the long tail, but you've got the ability to splay the legs out if you want to, so that's just good range of motion. And with the ball joint down at the ankle, you can always ensure that the feet are flat to the ground if you want them to be. The saddle area is a nice looking build, and he can hold on to the reins or make it look like he's holding on to the reins quite easily because the reins go onto this handlebar piece, which can then just be moved out of the way. You don't have to line up the hands perfectly and attach the reins to them. That's just a good look right there, which makes it easy to get into this kind of a pose, which looks good. This is a very nice lantern on a pole. Nice build with that newer tassel piece down at the base of it. on the base of a clear minifig head. Got the paint roller piece used up at the top. That's just all good stuff. And he also has a little sack in the back to hold on to a can of soda. There are plenty of joints in the tail, although the first couple sections are only able to ratchet straight up and straight down, but once you get here, it splits into a V tail, so it's split apart, and each of these sections is built exactly the same. And with all those ball joints, you can rotate these around any kind of way, so you can actually bring them right together if you want to make it look like the Dragon is just flowing through the air, speeding through, going very quickly. These would probably tend to come together, or you can splay them apart to make them look a little bit more artistic. And they have stud shooters at the ends, which you don't need to use. You can just see them as decoration if you want, just shaping at the end. But if you want to, you can use them for defense behind you, or you can rotate these all the way around and actually shoot forward with them. This catapult build for the Sky Pirates looks pretty good as well. I really like what they've done with the wheels here. That's just a good look. Proper color scheme that goes with the general scheme for the Sky Pirates. I do wish they had used maybe brown for these risers back here rather than the orange. The orange really stands out. It does need some orange in the scheme, but I think these little ones on the sides help, and maybe just a little bit more added in here would have worked a little bit better, but that's, it's just a little small nitpick. Very nice skeleton build up on the head of the thing, and it doesn't use any rubber bands or any other sort of special mechanism, so you put something into the bucket and whatever force you put onto this end here will just translate into how far your projectile will go. They give you 4 of these just black 2x2x1, bricks, round bricks as ammunition. And if you want to have a short shot, just do it a little bit. So that went about maybe 10 inches. And if you really want to take it out quite far, be sure not to hit the head here, because that can actually pop off, but hit just around the neck of it. But then you hold on to the wheels, you can get quite a shot out of this. That went probably 4 feet. This here is just a little bit of build to create a scene on the ground, a little bit of terrain and structure there with a small lookout tower, kind of a turret style thing, really done in the smallest scale. Also a small little fire over here on the side. And this has inside of it a bit of pirate booty with just 2 gold coins that are stored in there. It's supposed to be hidden and secret in a cave or something, but it is what it is. A small number of pieces used to make something. Fortunately, this does look decent from the back. That is just a small single piece, a small ugly rock piece, you might say, but I think it's used to good effect, and the angles of that go well with the little bit of angling of slopes that they use around the sides. There's one clip there that you can use to hold on to a weapon, and yeah, again, for its size, using a small number of pieces, I think it's a good use of those pieces. Here's Green Ninja Lloyd and Ghost Cole. Thank you very much, Ghost Cole. Good to see him here with the sand green color used for the face. Of course, you need to see the faces better. Cole actually gets 2 versions of his face here, and there's the second one. Here's Doubloon on the left, Siren in the middle, and Bucko on the right. I'm especially glad to be able to get Doubloon in another set. It was looking like he was only going to ever be included in one single set. I think that's a really cool character, really cool idea. Goes really well in this universe. I wish they had used him more. Maybe they'll bring him back and use him some more in the next season. All of these use the exact same torso prints, but they do change up the legs. And see, Bucko kind of reverses the color scheme there just a little bit. They have prints on the backs, and 2 of them get alternate faces. Of course, Doubloon's alternate face is just the upside down version of this, as it should be. Last up, set also comes with 1 Jin blade, and this one has the fire power, as it has the soul of Kai trapped in it. I would love to see all Ninjago dragons redesigned today by the person who designed this one with the modern style, because it's just that good to me. It looks good, and it has lots and lots of articulation. You don't lose out. There's no real compromise here. Also has really interesting uses of pieces that helps you to learn about things, and in the worst case scenario you get a bunch of interesting pieces to use for your own custom work. The other two builds are just kind of side things. It's what they're supposed to be, but you know, they're not too fantastic, don't really stand out to me. They're not bad, they're just small little side things. The figure selection here I think is really good. Very happy with that. Very happy to get Doubloon. Good to get Siren. Good to get Ghost Cole. And a lot of folks like Lloyd, of course, because he's the main character these days. Just good stuff. Plus one Jin Blade. It's got that nice root piece to it. There's really not much of anything for me here to dislike. So that's it for my thoughts on this one. And now, as always, it's time for you to share what you think about it by leaving a comment on the video down below if you want to. Thank you much for your time. I appreciate you watching and I hope that you'll come back soon for my next video, which is on the way.